Shalom Israel, we are Isupk, starting out of 1 West, 125th Street in Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana, and we are not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group on the planet Earth, and we are located here at 5261 Thelmore Boulevard in Suite A in St. Louis, Missouri, 63108. And if you want to call in, listen to the class live, got any questions, or want to make a comment, you understand, dial 712-775-7035, access code 744252, or 781-448-4050, access code 13300. All right, and before we get started, do we have any questions in the class? Do we have any questions on the line? You understand, if you're on Facebook, we try to get you questions. And if you have any in the class, of course, raise your hand, says login. If you got any on the line, take your phone off of mute. It says login or excuse me. And I got a few on the there was text to a couple questions that was text to me. Alright, so we'll start with, let's see. Why don't we celebrate birthdays? Alright. That's the first question. Then, also like, hold on. Job, a breakdown of Job 1:45. Give me that real quick. Job 1:4-5.
Job, chapter 1, verse 1. There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job.
Mm-hmm.
And that man was perfect
Mm-hmm.
and upright, the one that feared God and eschewed evil.
Okay, first off, a lot of people like to say that he was a heathen. You understand? That Job was a heathen because he was from the land of Uz. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? Job was a heathen. There's no such thing as a heathen being just, upright, and righteous. You understand? What does Scripture say about him? He was what?
Perfect and upright.
He was perfect and he was upright. You understand? Meaning that he kept the law. You understand? So there's no such thing as a heathen doing something. All right, and that's in the Bible as well. All right, go ahead.
Verse 2. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
His substance also was 7,000 sheep and 3,000 camels and 500 yoke of oxen.
Okay, sorry. Was that verse 4 and 5? Job chapter 1, verse 4-5.
Lie.
No sweat.
Job chapter 1, verse 4. And his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one this day, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them. Verse 5. And it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned and cursed God in their hearts. Thus did Job continue.
Okay. Now the question was, why did Job offer the burnt offerings and say his sons sinned and cursed God in their heart? Okay, now first off, you know that whenever you would turn around and sin, that you have to give a burnt offering for the sin that you committed. That's in the law.
Right.
Right? So they sinned this celebration, this feast that they had, you understand, was one not of, you understand, the ones that we supposed to be celebrating. Okay? So they turned around and they sinned by having that feast. So that's why he turned around and did that. And he turned around and gave that burnt offering because that's in the law. When you sin, you understand, you have to give that burnt offering.
Right.
Okay, now at this present moment, we are not doing that because our King Christ, he was that sacrifice. You understand? He was that offering. He was, the scripture says that he was that lamb led to the slaughter. You understand? So we don't have to turn around and make any more sacrifices. That's why, matter of fact, Old Testament, that's why they ain't making no sacrifices. You understand?
Right.
They claim to be living by the Old Testament only, and they are not even making any burnt sacrifice at all for nothing. They saying the left and right.
Right.
You understand? And they ain't burnt not now damn lamb, damn nothing. You understand? So that should answer that question right there.
Right.
You understand? And why don't we celebrate birthdays? We don't celebrate birthdays because it is a sin. You understand? It is a sin against God. Birthday celebration. Who knows? Who can answer? Where did the birthday celebration come from? Who knows? You know? You got your hand up. I see you about to raise it. Go ahead.
Was it the Roman king Hercules?
Roman kid Hercules King. It was one of them. I had to go back and get it. I did a whole class on that birthday celebration. But that's a custom of the heathens. You understand? And the scripture says, give me that in Jeremiah 10. You know what I'm saying? 1 through 3. That is a heathen custom to celebrate the day that you are born on.
Right.
You know what I mean? We do not celebrate the day that, I mean, I'm just happy that my sons and my daughters are here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping off the day. You understand? And a matter of fact, when you go through the scripture, the way we recorded our days was like what the Lord said was day 1 through 7. You understand? Not all of these different months that we have: January, February, March, April,
Right.
May, June, July. You understand? It's named after all of their gods. You understand? It's named after all of the damn Roman gods.
Right.
To where you turn around and now you got the month, you worship in the month.
Right.
You understand? Then you worship the day. You know, that is simply the worship of yourself. You understand? That's why we don't celebrate birthdays in the truth. You understand? Because who becomes the God for the day? It's all about you.
Right.
You understand? This was your day. It's your, you know what I'm saying? It's all about you. You are 30, 31, 40, 41, 50. What they say, the new 50 is 40. And,
Right.
you know, so all that nonsense they be making up, man, who gives a damn? You understand? You 40 and 50 years old, you're still silly and sinful as hell.
Right.
You understand? You're evil as hell.
Then
Sin
spend
against
your-
the Lord.
Then spend your own rent money on your birthday,
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to the club,
Come on,
getting your
man.
outfit.
Come on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jana, go ahead. Nice a lot.
So fake Israelites say it's lawful as long as you don't blow out the candles and bow down, to blow them out. That's a worship right there.
See, they are just as bad as Christians. You understand?
Right.
They are Christians. You understand? There's no way to take something that's evil and halfway do it into where it's not evil.
Right.
You understand? It is evil. It is a sin to worship yourself for your birthday.
Right.
Because that's what you're doing. You know what I mean? And just because they take it and they went from birthday to what they call born day and Earth Day. You understand? Just because you say that, what the hell does that mean?
Right.
You still celebrating the same goddamn thing. You
Right.
are celebrating your birthday, your Earth Day, or your born day. Whichever one it is, you still celebrating your damn self for you being born on that day. And the Lord is against that. And we're gonna pull that scripture on that as well.
Same sin, different face. Same sin, different face.
Absolutely. And then black folk, we so damn we the only people on the planet that glorify our wickedness, man. We so damn evil. We turn around now, you got niggas celebrating their birthday month. You know what I'm saying? My aunt, man, she celebrated her birthday month. Okay? And she said every day of this month I am doing something.
Right.
And she was going places, she was shopping, she was at the club, she was smoking, she was drinking, she was all of that. You
Right.
ain't no telling what else she did on my uncle. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? She might have cheated on the damn man as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So she's celebrating all like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, she kicked it for a whole month, man.
Right.
And I seen it turn from the birthday, the day, and then I seen it turn to the week. Because I remember people celebrating their birth week, and now she took over and celebrated her birth month.
Right.
You understand? The whole month. You know what I'm saying? And that is ridiculous as hell. Give me Ecclesiastes, I believe it's what's that, 7? Seven and 1.
Come. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 1. A good name is better than precious ointment,
Mm-hmm.
and the day of death than the day of one's birth.
Okay, so a good name, read it again. A good name is better than precious ointment. You understand? Rather than you smelling good, wearing the latest, what it was, Calvin Klein and who else make
Armani.
Armani, and you know what I'm saying? You leave the house smelling good. You
Right.
understand? Rather than it's better to have a good name. You understand? For you to be smelling good and have the finest order. You understand?
Right.
You at Macy's buying your you know what I'm saying, your perfume, your cologne. You know what I'm saying? So it's better to have a good name, meaning your reputation. You understand? Your reputation should mean more to you than how good you smell and how good you look. You know what I'm saying? How you dress. Okay? And then what else the second part said again?
And the day of death than the day of one's birth.
And the day of death is the day of birth. Well, now, why is the Bible saying that? Why is the day that you born, the day that you die better than the day that you born? Go ahead.
So like, because you don't have to be struggling no more as far as like everything that's going on in this captivity.
Yeah, absolutely, that's correct. You understand? It's all over. You understand? Ain't no more oppression. You understand? Ain't no more working 9 to 5 and
Right.
and you still on minimum wage. You've been working, boy, you've been getting paid minimum wage since the hell you was a teenager, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of old folks, man, been working and getting paid the same nothing. You know what I mean? Just think about that, man. When wages was down, 'cause I remember when it was, I don't want to sound too old, but I remember when the wage was $5 and a quarter. You know what I'm saying? I remember having a job. You remember that, Bob? I gotta put somebody in there with me, man.
Right.
Make somebody else be old. Man, I remember minimum wage. I was getting $5.25, $5.75. I think which one was it, Bob? You remember?
5.25.
$5.
5.75. Then it went to 7.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. See, I knew he was older than me. You know what I'm saying? No, but for real. Yeah, I remember making 5 and a quarter. You know what I mean? Now think about it. The price of everything keeps going up, right along with the so-called, you know what I'm saying, the wages. So if everything is going, we not getting ahead. You know what I
Right.
mean? You just break the even stick. You know what I mean? So you turn around and should have said the day of your death is better than your birth.
Right.
Like, damn, you got people in their 50s and their 60s, man, making the same amount of money. Still can't do nothing but just get a white man his money right back after they make it. You understand? Like I said, all of that is over.
Right.
Okay? All of that is completely over with, man. You know what I mean? Your daddy on crack, it's over. You understand? Your mama's a whore, all that's over. All this man, this hell that we going through is over. Okay? So yeah, so to be praising yourself, now it is a beautiful thing, man, you know, to have baby. Okay, I want a bunch of them. You understand? But to celebrate your birthday, you understand? just think about it. You know, like right now, even though we in the truth, just say for instance, we raise our kids to keep these laws.
Right.
And say they turn around and go the other way. You know what I'm saying? Say they turn around and we raising our sons and our daughters to be righteous, to keep the law, not to eat pork, and then you got commercials, you understand, that turn around and bacon, bacon, bacon. You understand? Even though that's a little dog chew, but still,
Right.
you understand? It's the point, it's the pork. You see what I'm saying? And it's bacon, bacon, bacon. It's just so good. So what are you gonna turn around when you see that Rally's commercial with the bacon? Is that Rally? Baconator, or is that Hardy?
No, that's
Hardy.
Baconator is Wendy's, ain't it?
Wendy's.
Baconator, I think is Wendy's.
It's one of them, whatever it is. But like I said, it's all this. You know what I'm saying? The white man seduces us to sin.
Right.
You know what I mean? You turn around and like I said, got the bacon shakes. You know what I mean? He got that's steak and shake, right? The bacon shakes. He got the bacon Snicker. I seen them make bacon. I think it's fried Snickers with bacon or something like that. It's whatever it is. It's disgusting.
I done seen bacon ice cream.
Bacon ice cream. I seen that. Like I said, the bacon shake. You know what I mean?
Right.
I seen. I was at a gas station, man, and they had a sign about a bacon pizza or something they were selling in the gas station. You know what I mean? Like it's all these abominations. You understand? To seduce us to turn around and have us to sin.
Right.
Because he can eat bacon all he wants. You understand? We not supposed to eat that. You understand? So all of that is over with. No more bacon. You know what I'm saying? No more none of that, man. You know what I mean? When you die.
Right.
So celebrating your birthday, of course, it is a sin, and it is evil, and it is unlawful. You understand? You are making yourself the God for that day.
Right.
All right. And let me see. Can gifts be accepted? I wouldn't accept no birthday gift.
Right.
You understand? Because that's like same as celebrating. You know what I mean? Tell people if you want to give me a gift, just give me a gift. You understand? But I don't celebrate my birthday. You know what I'm saying? The same as like Christmas. My kid, I don't celebrate Christmas. My old man. You know what I mean? He called me for a couple of years. Kept, man, when you coming to get your kids gift? I told you we don't celebrate no Christmas, bro. I said, now if you just want to give it to them, then you can do that. You can unwrap it. You know what I'm saying? And you can just give your grandkids a toy.
Right.
But they not coming to unwrap your gift that you brought them for Christmas. And we not doing that. So I'm pretty sure he ended up giving it to somebody else or something, you know what I'm saying? So, no, I wouldn't accept no birthday gift.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If somebody gives you a gift, that's not unlawful to accept a gift. You understand? You can get a gift for any occasion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But to get it for your birthday, I wouldn't do it. To get it for Christmas, I wouldn't do it. For gift, what else to get? Valentine's Day. I ain't taking no gift on Valentine's Day. You know what I mean?
Sweetest day.
What is?
Sweetest day.
Who's that?
Sweetest day.
What's that?
That was supposed to be for the niggas, but even the females take over that day. And the sweetest day. It's supposed to be for the men. It's like
That's
sweet.
what they do?
You said
Huh?
no,
Sweetest
sweetest day.
Sweet
It's
day.
like it's like when is it? I think it's in March or something like that. Like what is it? I think it's like in March.
Hey, you got me out.
Yeah,
I mean, I know they making up all kinds of days, like what's it, Cousins Day, and
Right.
you know what I'm saying? They making up all kinds of nonsense. You don't even like your damn cousin. Now you
Right.
celebrating your cousin. Come on, man.
Right. It's supposed to be
simple.
like the male version of Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's gay. That's gay. What the hell? Oh, come on, man. That's disgusting. That's disgusting, man. Hey, gay.
Right.
God damn, man.
Right.
No Swedish Day for me.
Right.
Okay? No, none of that for me. Alright, the next question, how to fast. Okay, it said, what do people mean when they say you can fast from anything, TV, social media, stuff like that? I mean, due to Christianity and what they think fasting is all about, of course they think, you know, they get closer to God because say for instance they stop watching the TV. That's not so damn fast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just half the shows on TV are boring as hell, and I just don't want to watch it. You know what I'm saying? It's simple as that. Ain't no fast about it. You know what I mean? And what fasting is for? Fasting is for you to get strength in a certain area. You understand?
Right.
For the Lord to turn around and give you strength. That's what Christ fasted for. You know what I'm saying? Fasting ain't for like what the Christians do it for, like say for instance like food. When they claim they ain't ate in a damn year. You know what I'm saying? No one ain't been eating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they just don't know what the hell they talking about. But fasting, you would give up a certain something, you know what I'm saying? But the Christians, they blow it all the way out of proportion, and you know what I'm saying? It amounts to absolutely nothing.
Right.
Because they are sinners, you understand? And nothing that they do is going to give them any type of strength, you know what I'm saying? Especially from the Lord, because the Lord does not deal with sinners.
Right.
Okay? The Lord does not deal with sinners. Alright? Let me see, I got a couple more questions. I had one question where a sister said she wanted to know how what did she ask me? It was how to submit to your husband or something like that. I'm gonna let you answer that one because I know you're cold. You know what I'm saying? But it said she said how to submit to your husband. Let me get these other questions while you answer that.
Well, to submit to your husband, that's very easy. All you gotta do is obey his every command.
Right.
You know, unless he's instructing you to do something wicked or unlawful, you should obey your husband every command. So we gonna get into that verse. We're gonna get into the submission verse for that sister, cause it's very easy. I mean, what type of woman need to learn how to submit unto a man but a headstrong woman? You know, she gotta be headstrong. She gotta be a monster to even ask that type of question. That's like, when I say submit, you should understand, like, okay, well, that's easy. Whatever he say, whatever order he give me, I should obey by it and stuff like that. You know, but a lot of our women growing up behind these Christian pastors and these Christian deacons and these women in a Christian church, they don't understand how to submit. You know, they don't understand how to be a virtuous woman. So with that being said, we're gonna get a scripture for y'all. You know, I believe it's in 1 Peter. Yeah. So Bond, give me Ephesians 5:22. Wow, too. Yeah, because that's a good question that the sister asked that, because you know it's showing the zeal that she wants to do what her man says and stuff like that. But for her to actually ask that question, you know, it's like what have you been doing all of this time? How old are you? Have you been listening to your husband or the man you've been sleeping with or your so-called boyfriend? You know, have you been listening to him? You don't know how to submit to him. So, you know, once you get that, read for me about Ephesians 5:22.
All the time. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband.
Do what?
Submit yourselves unto your own husband.
The scripture says, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband. Now, I know a lot of y'all say, if he ain't put no ring on it, he ain't my husband, and y'all following after Beyonce, but Beyonce married to her husband, you can't tell her nothing about her husband. Beyonce didn't fought her sister in the elevator for her husband. You know, she said it's $1 billion on the elevator.
Right.
You know, you can't tell her nothing about her husband. But y'all listen to her music and y'all take it for face value and y'all do what she said when she ain't even doing what she's saying. You know, she just entertaining y'all. She an entertainer. That's what she's there to do. So since I know a lot of y'all think since he ain't put a ring on it, but he beating your back out every night, you know, you ain't got to listen to him. You know, he in the house with you. You know, you want him to buy some groceries, but you ain't got to listen to him because he ain't putting no ring on it.
Right.
You know, that is wickedness in itself. So,
That's right.
so you know, you need to listen to whatever man you allowing. Your body is more precious than anything in the world. And every woman should hold her body according to that. You know, well, every Israelite woman, we know, white Edomite women, they don't care about none of that. They'll sleep with a dog, a pig, an animal. I seen this one video, sidebar real quick. I seen this one video of this sister, she ain't no sister, Salahi, my bad. I disgraced all my sisters, but it was this Edomite woman. She's giving like a class on why you should sleep with a dog. Like she said, you cannot get no STDs. You know yeah, you don't have to worry about getting pregnant.
Some stuff you get.
Right, please, man. Everything else, you know, she said all of these reasons why you should sleep with a dog. So, you know, that just made me think of that. But
well, I guess there's nothing wrong with a dog sleeping with a dog, huh?
Well, right. See, I don't want to put out the scripture. He didn't put out the facts. That's what the white woman was talking about. I'm a dog. He's a dog. It ain't nothing wrong with it.
Right.
You know, but you know that's just all our sisters should hold their bodies very priceless.
Right.
You know, they should think of themselves as their body as holy temples, which the Lord said that's what it is. Our Israelite women and Israelite men, our bodies are temples unto the Most High. And we need to start thinking that way, and we need to start acting that way. And our women need to stop opening their legs for any and everybody. You will give your body to a man, but you won't give your heart, you won't give your submission, you won't give your brains, you won't give none of that to a man. I don't mean your brain, you know, the other way, but you know, you won't give your mind to your husband. You know, you won't submit to your husband. And the scripture's telling you that's the first thing you should do.
Right.
That's the first thing you should do. If you want to be a nice woman, you want to be a virtuous woman, you know, virtue means have skill, so you got to do more than just submit. But, you know, if you want to be a righteous woman in the sight of the Lord, listen to your husband. Listen to that man that giving you ride every night. Because that's your husband. That's what the Bible says is your husband. So finish reading that for me, Bob.
As unto the Lord.
As unto the Lord. Y'all, I know y'all love to say Jesus is Lord. I don't need nobody but Jesus. Well, submit unto your husband like you would unto Jesus. Like I know half of the black women married to Jesus. You know, they all love Jesus. That's all they need, you know. But submit, if that's the case, then submit unto your husband the same way. Because that's what the scripture is saying. And Christ told you to obey the scriptures. Christ told you to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. That's a law for you to submit unto your husband. You have to submit. You know, it's easy to follow orders. You follow orders everywhere you go. Like Adawan said earlier to this sister, she was talking about slave masters and stuff like that in the Bible. And she don't even know what slave master means. You know, she taking orders. She like, I don't take orders from nobody. You know, but even if you got your own business, say you ain't got a boss, you got your own business. You still taking orders from the government to how to run your business. You still got to get licenses. Right. You still got to obey the codes and regulations and rules. That means you're obeying. You're following orders.
Right.
You're following orders of the government. You're following orders of somebody. So, black women, stop being naive and stop being ignorant and thinking you ain't got to follow the orders of your husband. You know, he's the head of the household. You know, treat him as such. You know, because that's what the scriptures is saying. You know, you're emotional. You emotional. You know, the Lord put us in charge because y'all are a lot more emotional than us. Not because y'all inferior to us, like y'all can't do as much as us, which in actuality is probably the truth. But, you know, let's just put it all on an even playing field. But it's just y'all emotional. Y'all make decisions off emotion. Y'all destroy the whole family just because y'all having a bad day.
Right.
The whole family gonna go downhill because y'all having a bad day. Oh, I was just emotional that day. You know, she talked about my hairstyle, my nails had chips in it, the paint was gone, and she talked about it, said I was ratchet. So you destroyed the whole family, huh, sis? You didn't let the whole family go down the drain because of your emotion. So that's why you need to submit unto your husband and allow him to make a logical choice on how to run the family on a day in, day out basis. That's why you should, that's guidance. That's guidance. That's one of the reasons why the husband is the head of the household, for guidance. You know, he can guide that family according to logic. And that's what that family needs to be ran off of, logic. You know, you can't be ran off emotion. Emotion, how you up and down. You will be going to war one day and you will be in the shower in the corner crying the next day. You know, you just it's too emotional. But finish reading that verse for me, Simone. That. Read verse 23 too with it.
Verse 23. For the husband is the head of the wife.
The husband is the what?
Head of the wife.
He's the head of the what?
The wife.
So woman, you are the wife. You know, when it says wife in the Bible, it just means woman. You know, man and woman, husband and wife. That's all it means. But you are the woman. You are the wife. You have something ahead of you. You have something that you got to take orders by. You know, before any and everything. I know black women was like, well, my pastor told me this. No. Yo, what did your husband tell you? You know, oh, my boss told me to come in. No. What did your husband tell you? You want to listen to everybody but your husband, but you wonder why your house is in disarray. Right. You wonder why your house is in shambles. Because you're not listening to your head. You listen to everybody. You put everybody's opinion, matters, insight over your husband's. You know, all that doesn't matter. Whatever your husband say, like a sister posted not too long ago on Facebook, you know, a sister in the school, of course, ain't no sister in the world gonna say no righteous stuff like that. But she said, my husband comes before everybody. Right. You know, my husband comes first. You know, she don't care about nothing. She don't care about what you said, where you going, nothing. When my husband call, I'm answering. I'm going to answer because my husband comes first. And that's a righteous thing to say because that's according to the scriptures. That's submitting unto your husband. You know, is there some more on that about? Verse 23.
Even as Christ is the head of the church.
Right. So your husband is ahead of you. So, you know, that's simple, you know. I hope that helped that sister out, you know. The husband is ahead of the wife like Christ is ahead of the husband. You know, and the Most High is ahead of Christ. You know, it's all chain, it's all order. Everything should be done in order and decency. The scripture says that too. You know, so with that, I hope that answers that sister's question.
Yeah. That was an excellent breakdown. So, sisters, you need to like get out your feelings.
Right.
You understand? And come and learn to do exactly what's in this Bible.
Right.
You understand? You ain't gonna fix your household, or like you said, it's all in disarray. You've been doing what you want to do with every man you ever been with. You've been with about 50 men. You understand? And each and every one of them you did it your way, and they ended up leaving.
Right.
You understand? If you want to learn how to keep a man, then come and sit that nappy head in these classes.
Right.
You understand? And we'll get you right. All right? And you
right.
will learn how to keep a man for a long time. Forever sounds good to me.
Right.
You understand? Being with my women forever sounds good.
Right.
You understand? I wouldn't have it no other way. Like, what they be doing? Smashing and passing? I don't want to pass after I smash.
Right. I'm
going to continue to smash.
Right.
You understand? I ain't passing the goddamn thing. This ain't football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't basketball. They ain't on the court. You understand?
And if we was, I'm like Allen Iverson. I'm hogging the ball. I'm hogging my wife.
Right. Man, come on. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, so you can learn how to keep your man. You understand? You learn how to treat him right. You understand? And in return, you will get treated right. You understand? You can do it. It's just that you've been a monster forever, and you think that that is the way of life. Like, for instance, I've heard sisters say that, well, God gave me a mouth. He didn't give you that mouth for you to run off at it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't give you that mouth for you to terrorize your damn husband and your children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You the biggest, baddest, meanest mofo around the town like that. And he didn't give you that mouth for that.
Right.
You understand? You supposed to be sweet with that mouth. You know what I mean? You supposed to, what they say on the song, whisper sweet nothings in your man ear. You supposed to be soft and sweet and kind and loving and
right.
meek. You supposed to be all that good stuff that the opposite of the damn man. The man is hard. You understand?
Right.
Rough, tough, gangster, dangerous. You understand? He a killer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He wanna come home to something nice and sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
not nobody that he gonna turn around and have to go toe to toe with.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's in the scripture. But let's get to the next question. Let's see. Next question was, who is Jesus Christ and how does he fit in our religion? Okay, first, this is not a religion.
Right.
You understand? This is no religion. And the one time, is it once or twice? The word religion is in the Bible. It's once, right?
I believe it was twice.
It's either once or twice that the word religion is in the Bible, and the word religion just means faith.
Right.
You understand? This is our faith. Our faith. You understand? The Christian church, that's a religion. You understand? The Muslim, Islam, that's a religion. You know, all that stuff is a religion. You understand? But this truth is not.
Right.
You understand? This is the truth. Okay? So, there is no such thing as a religion. This is our faith. And Christ is our king. It describes him as the son of David. You understand? Right. What did he say? He's a one and only begotten son of the Most High.
Right.
You understand? This is doesn't mean that he was God's son sent from heaven. You know what I'm saying? Like the church say, he had a father and he had a mother. You understand? He had a father and he had a mother. All right. And yes, he is our king. You understand?
Right.
He is the one that he turned around and he showed us how to fight our lust. He showed us how, he showed us the way. You know what I mean? Because before that, we didn't know it. You know what I mean?
Right.
We did not know it. We didn't have nobody to teach it to us. Hell, Christ was a teenager battling grown-ass men, supposed to be scholars in the scriptures, as a damn teenager, 13 years old, in the damn temples that worm out.
Right.
You understand? Straight up. Now imagine that. You know what I'm saying? That's how cold I want my sons to be.
Right.
You understand? To where they know the Bible frontwards and backwards, to where they keeping these laws, they never turn away from it. You understand? To where somebody would come to them and a grown man come talking that Christian mumbo jumbo and they cut them straight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I want. Okay? But how does he fit in this truth? He is the truth. You understand? He is the one body. You understand? The Most High turned around and said, okay, this is what I'm well pleased in my, you know what I'm saying, my son.
Right.
I'm well pleased in Christ, so you follow him. You know what I mean? Because he did it perfectly. He did it to the T. You understand? So, as far as how he fit, that's the one that we are supposed to say he is our mediator between us and the Most High. Without him, we wouldn't even have no way back. You understand? If Christ had not done what he did, not only died, but to teach us properly. You understand? This New Testament was all of Christ's teachings. You understand? And if he had not done that as well as dying, then we'll still be lost.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We'll still be celebrating birthdays, getting tattoos like crazy.
Right.
Damn, women walking around looking like Allen Iverson now. I seen a sister the other day. Brother said, I love a woman that's tatted up. I said, damn, bro, you like your women to look like a basketball player?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Like
you
a
know
mural or something.
Like who?
A mural.
Man, come on, you heard me? That's crazy, man. I don't want
Right.
a woman tatted up like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you have any tats, don't get no more. You understand? Simple as that. Everybody that's sin some type of way, and done something, just don't do it again.
Right.
All right. But yeah, that if it was not for Christ, then we would not have made. Because the Most High threw us away completely. You understand? Look at the shape. We crackheads,
Right.
weed heads, we pill poppers. You know what I'm saying? We homeless and we poor. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Everything about us is the gutter.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is as low as we could ever damn go. You know what I'm saying? So, but there is a way back, and that way back is through our King Christ. You understand? So if you want to get right with the Most High, you will have to follow Christ in order to do so.
Right.
And you have to be in the one body. If not, then you just doing whatever, hoping that you get some mercy in the end. You understand?
Right.
So, me, I want to be in the one body. It all makes sense to me. You know what I mean? Let's see. Who is the Gentiles the Bible speaks of? That's another question. The Bible does mention Gentiles, and there are two kinds of Gentiles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There is one Gentile that is a non-Israelite, and then there is a Gentile that lives like a non-Israelite.
Right.
You understand? And the ones that can be saved are the ones that are Israelites that live like non-Israelites.
Right.
You understand? And that is in the Bible. We'll read a couple of those scriptures too. Go to Acts 15, 7 through 9. Okay? Because and that's important to know, because a lot of people think that the Gentiles that is going to be saved is going to be like white people,
right,
Chinese people, and Arab people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all right.
You know what I'm saying? That's who they think that it is due to Christianity, man. And that Christian church is a horrible place to be.
Right.
It is definitely the house of Satan, because all they do is lie. You know what I'm saying? That is all they do is lie. They don't know the Bible, know what they're talking about. You understand?
Right.
Here's the thing. You have, on one hand, there's a non-Israelite that's a Gentile, and on the other hand, you have an Israelite that lives like non-Israelite. And when I say live like them, I mean you follow their customs. You understand? You serving their gods. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, everybody in the Christian church is a Gentile. Everybody that is in Islam is a Gentile.
That's right.
If you're in Buddhism,
right,
Hinduism, you are a Gentile. You understand? If any black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man, woman, or child is doing anything other than what was commanded in order to do in this Bible,
right,
then you are a Gentile. If you celebrate Christmas, you are a Gentile. If you love Thanksgiving, you understand, and celebrate it, you are a Gentile. If you celebrate Halloween, you are a Gentile. You understand? Now you still an Israelite, but you are a Gentile.
Right.
You understand? Because you're a heathen. You living like them. You understand? It's real simple. Okay, go ahead. You got that shoot out? Okay, come read it for me.
Acts chapter 15, verse 7. And when there had been much disputing, Peter rose up and said unto them, Men and brethren, ye know how that a good while ago God made choice among us,
right,
that the Gentiles by mouth should hear the word of the gospel and believe.
So what did he say?
That the Gentiles by mouth should hear the word of the gospel and believe.
I think he said my mouth. Is that what he said?
Salak.
No sweat.
That the Gentiles by my mouth should hear the word of the gospel and believe.
Okay, so after much disputing, so what by hearing the word dispute, what was going on? What do you think was going on? What was taking place? What was taking place right here with much dispute? Go ahead.
What was taking place right here, it sounds like that the Israelites was disputing whether the Gentile Israelites should be able to be allowed to do the same customs and things that they were doing. Seeing how they was already, you know, they wasn't severed from their nationality. So.
Mm-hmm. Right, they was going back and forth, okay? And when you go back to verse 5, it tells you, say, but there rose up certain of the sect of the Pharisees which believed, saying that this was needful to circumcise them and to command them to keep the law of Moses. And the apostles and elders came together for to consider of this matter, right? So then, in verse 7, and when there had been much disputing, Peter rose up, okay? So now he got up and said unto them, men and brethren, ye know how that a good while ago God made choice among us, that the Gentiles by my mouth should hear the word of the gospel and believe.
Right.
Okay? This ain't talking about the so-called white man, Gentile. You understand? This ain't talking about the African Gentile. Okay? This is talking to only somebody that has ever believed and will ever believe is the Israelites. You
Right.
understand? No, you go. Yeah. That is the Israelites.
Right.
You understand? And that's the scripture as well. Find it for me in the Apocrypha. The one where it said that Israel is the only somebody that ever served the Lord. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot where it's. I think it's in Ezra. If I'm not mistaken, it's in Ezra. Yeah, find that one for me. Okay, go ahead, Bob. Keep reading for me, brother.
Verse 8. And God, which knoweth the hearts, bear them witness, giving them the Holy Spirit, even as he did unto us.
Mm-hmm. So the Most High gonna give the Gentiles the Holy Spirit the same way he gave it to Peter. Keep going.
Verse 9. And put no difference between us and them.
Mm-hmm.
Purifying their hearts by faith.
Okay, so guess what? You're gonna turn around and you're gonna come out of that Christian church. You're gonna no longer be a Gentile, and it ain't gonna be no difference between us. You understand? The same way how when I used to be a damn Gentile, we all were. You understand? When I was in the Christian church and doing good, God knows what. You understand me? I was a Gentile too.
Right.
Okay? And then when I turned around and got into this truth, these brothers treated me no different. You understand? There's no difference between us. We brothers and we sisters now. You understand? So now go to Acts 28 and 28. Read that one.
It's the equivalent scripture, right, in Psalms.
What was that?
Yeah,
You know I'm going. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm going.
okay.
But I want that one too. That's the one in Ezra. Damn, where is this scripture, man? Let me see that.
Lucky, what did it say? What did it say? Israel.
Yeah, only Israel. Only Israel serves the Lord, something like that. I'm gonna find it. Go ahead, Bob. Read that for me, bro. You got that scripture.
Acts 28, verse 28. Be it known therefore unto you that the salvation of God is sent unto the Gentiles.
The salvation is sent to who?
The Gentiles.
Okay, now read that definition in the Zondervan for the Gentile.
Zondervan's Pictorial Bible Dictionary. Gentiles sometimes refers to Israel.
Sometimes referred to who?
Israel.
Okay, so there is a certain context to where sometimes it's referred to Israel, and then sometimes it's referred to the other nations of people.
Right.
And that's where you have to know that context. You understand? The Lord in no way, shape, form, or fashion is concerned about saving the Gentiles, meaning the other nations of people. Okay? So in that scripture, what you just read was he's going to bring salvation to the Gentiles. It's talking about our people that are lost in this world. That's Muslims, that's Christians, that's what was it, 5%er. That's in all these different religions. That's homosexuals. That's lesbians. Yes, all that stuff is heathen custom. You understand? There's pork eaters and shrimp and crab and lobster eaters. You understand? All of that is the custom of that. All of that will make you a Gentile. You understand? If you love some shrimp and some scampi, then you are a Gentile. Because we are not supposed to be eating shrimp. You understand? If you love, what is it, crab legs, good night. Crab legs. Like, women go crazy over that nonsense. You know what I mean? And it's expensive as hell. Let me tell you what happened one time, sidebar. I was working down in Branson. This was funny as hell, man. I turned around, was working down in Branson, right?
Right.
And I wanted me a good place to give me something to eat. You feel me? I was like, man, I'm tired of this, the fast food junk. I said, we're going to sit down somewhere and eat some good food. And I looked up, a couple places, and I forgot the name of this restaurant. But man, it was a big buffet style thing. They had the crab legs, the catfish, you know what I'm saying? They had seafood bar. They had the seafood thing. They had the regular buffet. They had so much food, man, chicken and everything, right? And I said, man, this is where I'm going. You turn on the commercial to come on. I mean, man, food looked good, right?
Right.
So I said, we go down there. Lady turn around, soup me up. I'm thinking I'm gonna pay first, right? That's normally what we do. We have to pay for your food first. So I'm like that. She said, oh no, you go eat. You eat first. Go eat. Enjoy. You hear me? Man, I had 2 plates out. When I got done, that lady told me 40 something dollars. I said, what the hell did I just eat? I had 2 plates. And what it was the crab leg buffet, just period. Just the whole thing was a crab. Wait a minute, it's devil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't even eat the crab leg, but I got charged for the goddamn crab legs, man, and paid 40 something dollars for their food. It was like $42 or something like that. Boy, I was so goddamn pissed off. From that moment, I said I'll never go somewhere and won't at least inquire about paying first.
Right.
You know what I mean? Cause he turned around and had, it was a seafood buffet. That's all it was. Even though they had other food on the buffet. So whether you ate the seafood or not, you was paying for crab legs. You know what I'm saying? You paid $42 for the goddamn crab. I said, man, damn. You know what I mean? And the stuff ain't even good. Like, I mean, you dip it in, it's cooked in that hard ass shell. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You dip it in butter. Like, what do it taste like other than parquet?
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't get it. I don't see it. But it's disgusting. It's a sin. Whether you like eating it or not, the Lord said not to eat it. You understand? So that would make you a Gentile.
Of course, when I was in the world, and I used to eat it, it just tasted bland to me, like something white people would make. That's why white people considered it a delicacy, probably because it's so bland. It's like all they put is butter on it, and and it's just like it tastes like it tastes like like you eating rubber. Like it's like you just chewed up a balloon or something, a water balloon or something, and you just chewing on a water balloon. That's how bland it tastes. It don't taste like nothing. It don't have no flavor. Like chicken has flavor in itself. Of course you put different seasonings on it and stuff like that to make it taste even better. But chicken by itself, if you just fry chicken without no seasoning, it still has a taste to it. Like
Turkey do too. Turkey do too.
Yeah, turkey do too. Like so, it's not bland. Like it just tastes like. That's why white people consider it a delicacy because it's something they like. They don't like seasoning. They don't like nothing with flavor. They want everything to be flavorless. So including their dance.
Right, they sure as hell can't dance. They trying to court out. Oh, I hear that you gonna make some dance moves for me. We made the goddamn dance.
Yeah. You remember that video when they was teaching the dance class, trying to make a dance for us? that little video and stuff, it was funny,
Man, the white man is the devil.
He most definitely is.
Okay, and I don't know why, but they think Elvis Presley was dance. He was like a damn fool too.
And he stole Chuck Berry's style and couldn't even do it right.
You already know he did.
Chuck Berry
stole
is
his style and their music and every damn thing.
Right.
He the first, matter of fact, to be honest, he the first person that remixed a song. You know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken, Elvis Presley was the first person to remix a song. He took some of them songs from brothers was singing back then and made it his own version and turned around and blew up off of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Blew up off of what we sing.
Right.
Okay. But I think that's all the question, man. Oh, give me Psalms 147 and 18. Start at 18. We get that one, and I'm still trying to find this other scripture is, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and do
Call.
Psalm chapter 147, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
He sent out his word
He
and
did what?
melted them.
He did what?
Sent out his word
The Lord sent out His word. Keep going.
and melted them.
Mm-hmm.
He caused his wind to blow
Mm-hmm.
and the waters to flow.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 19. He shewed his word unto Jacob.
He shewed it to who?
Jacob.
And the word shew means to show.
Right.
He showed His word unto Jacob. Okay? Keep going.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
His statutes and His judgments unto Israel. The laws and the punishment for breaking the law. You understand?
Right.
He shewed the word, he gave the word to Jacob. Okay? Jacob passed it down to his sons. Keep going.
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
He have not dealt so with who?
Any nation.
He has not dealt so with any other nation on the planet.
Right.
You understand? The Lord said who He chose to deal with in the Bible, and that's it. You understand? He did not change His mind like they lie in the Christian church because we rejected Christ. You understand? Now the white people get the kingdom, they get to come in. Not so. You understand? Because everybody did not reject Christ. You understand? Every Israelite did not reject Christ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that is silly for them to say it when it's in the Bible.
Right.
You understand? How in the hell did He even have disciples if everybody rejected Him?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can just start with them. Just the 12 of them. Everybody did not reject Christ. You understand? And there's plenty of scriptures where it said that it was tons of believers.
Right.
You understand? That turned around and started following our King. At one point, he had 5,000 brothers following him. You understand? So come on, man. That's silly for them Christians to say that everybody rejected Christ. So then now, you know, the white man get the kingdom, the Arab man get the kingdom, African man get the kingdom. That's not true. You understand? The Lord ain't silly like you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When He made that covenant with Israel, that was it right there. You understand? And even though we broke it, you understand? We broke that covenant. He turned around and made a new one.
Right.
You understand? With the same people.
Right.
Not with nobody no different. You understand? And it's in the Bible. Okay? It's several different. Was it Jeremiah? And it was Hebrew, one in Hebrews. Okay? To where He made that same covenant with the same people. Okay?
Now to come.
We broke the old one, but now this new one, we're gonna stick to it. You understand? We're gonna stick to this one, and we ain't gonna have to worry about it from this point on.
Right.
Because here's the thing. Matter of fact, let's just pull this scripture. Give me the one in the New Testament. Give me the one in Hebrews. And then we'll 8 and 13. Hebrews 8 and 13. Man, I hate Christianity. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I hate that religion, man. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to a sister earlier that was trying to, you know what I'm saying? She said she been looking us up. You know what I mean? She's trying to find out what's up with us and our, you know, faith. Of course, she said religion and all of that. You know, and she was saying that she was like, I'm just trying to find the basis of what you guys believe and where and what, and who and how and all of that, everything that y'all do and stuff like that. So we started talking about the Christian church. She said, man, you do a lot of talking about Christianity.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I told her, I said, the reason being is because look what that religion has done to us. You know what I mean? That religion got us believing in a white man. She said, I don't believe in no what. I said, but you go to church. You know what I'm saying? There's no way for you to take and the religion that started off about white Jesus.
Right.
And saying Caesar boy sure, and then you say, okay, well no, Jesus is black, but I'm still go to church, and then you doing the right thing.
Right.
That's not how it works. You still there praising white Jesus or not. Matter of fact, I'll tell you this: some churches have taken white Jesus off the wall and put up a black one with the dreadlocks.
Right.
You see that? But guess what? That ain't Christ either. Even
Right.
though it's a black, it's just a cover. It's just turned around. The Christian church changed their beliefs and stuff that they teach periodically. You know what I'm saying? And so often because they got to have you follow something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They thing is that how we gonna keep our members if we keep pushing this same old lie because the truth is coming out more and more and more. So what they ended up doing is they got to make up something to make you turn around and want to stay.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And not go.
Yeah,
So
right.
they're just giving you different lies here and there. You know, go ahead.
And Shalaki out of one. And that's a strong point to bring out because that's exactly how Christianity was formed. Christianity was formed at the Council of Nicaea, and they wanted the Greeks to be involved into Christianity too, so they adopted Greek mythology from the Greeks so that it would be comfortable for them to be in a religion. That's what all, like Cap just said. He brought out a heavy point. Christianity just, all it does is it transitions itself from one belief to the next, wherever the majority of the people at, so they can continue to get funds, so they can continue to get money from the people and oppress and suppress the people. You know, that's all Christianity was built off of.
Right.
If you read in the encyclopedia, that's what it was based off of. They wanted the Greeks and they wanted other nations to join into Christianity and for it to be easy for them to transition into Christianity. So they adopted some of their beliefs from every religion, every nation, every culture. They adopted. You know, so it ain't no different from them adopting the black Jesus with the dreadlocks.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and Christ didn't even have dreadlocks. Dreadlocks is a heathen custom.
Right.
But you know, the majority of people think Christ had dreadlocks, so you know the majority of blacks being ignorant think Christ had dreadlocks. So now they want to transition into Christianity because they see a black Christ with dreadlocks.
Exactly. That's right. You know what I'm saying? It's all tricked out, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everything about Christianity is all tricked out. But this is where our people are supposed to be. You understand? This is the only place where you actually learn how to serve the Lord correctly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've been to them churches and I've seen that nonsense. It was hard, man, since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? That nonsense was hard.
Right.
You know what I mean? Seeing women run around like they was damn crazy, man, falling all over the floor. They clothes, I used to like that part when the clothes fly over the head. You understand? I'm a little boy, teenage, looking at them big old breasts.
Right.
I'm like this, like they down there shaking and foaming in their mouth. I'm like, woo woo.
Right.
Jones, thick. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna put some money in the collection
Man,
plate.
woo-wee, thank you, Lord.
I'm
You know
gonna
what I'm saying?
tip the collection plate.
This part of it, boy. You know what I'm saying?
The Lord is my shepherd. He know what I want.
He know what I want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Lord is my shepherd. He knew what I was wanting for. Nah, but seriously though, you know what I mean?
Right.
That stuff look crazy, man, for our people, our sisters to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Rolling all over the place, foaming all in their mouth.
Right.
They used to do that back when I was born.
Right.
They used to foam in their mouth. You know what I mean? They turn around and just didn't know that they had demons. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. I'm thinking that was the Holy Ghost, like what I was hearing every Sunday.
Right.
You know what I mean? She called the Holy Ghost. You know, and then one thing that used to get me was my aunt used to get the Holy Ghost every week in church. And soon, before we would go, she would be smoking crack.
Right.
And then when we leave, she'd be smoking crack. Matter of fact, buying it from me. You know what I'm saying? How disgusted I was. I'm selling my auntie crack. But she in the church, woo, thank you, Jesus.
Right.
Thank you, Jesus. but I'm saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. I'm like, again? Like you just did this last week.
He said
You
again.
just did this last week, ain't you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That Christian stuff, man, I'm telling you, it's got our people messed up, man.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Christianity has destroyed so many lives.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That is quite ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? That is ridiculous as hell. But go ahead, I can go and jump over something.
Con with a con.
When I find that scripture, I'll let you know.
Con with a con. Abon, did you get that topic? We had a lot of topics today. You know, of course, we running low on time, so we're gonna try to get into this Flint, Michigan topic. You know, cause it's a shame what's going on. It's still it's 2019. It's July of 2019, and Flint, Michigan still doesn't have any clean drinking water. Like this is I can't even find the words for it. You know, I want to use the right word, but go ahead, Bob.
Travesty.
This is a travesty. You know, this is appalling. You know, it's a shame. You found that scripture, Cat?
John, I did.
Come.
So like real quick, we jump to this and we get right back to it. Go to 2nd Ezra 3 and start at 31.
2nd Ezra chapter 3, verse 31.
Mm-hmm.
I do not remember how this way may be left.
Mm-hmm.
Are they then of Babylon better than they of Zion?
You understand that? Like the Babylon Africans, are they better than Israel? You
Right.
understand? Israelites? Okay, keep going.
Or is there any other people that know of thee besides Israel?
Is there what?
Any other people that know of thee besides
Is there
Israel?
any other people that knoweth thee beside Israel? And we already read in Psalms, no it is not. You understand? In Psalm 147, it said the Most High says, when he sent that word out, he gave it to Jacob. You understand? He gave that word to Jacob. He didn't give it to Esau.
Right.
You understand? He didn't give it to Moab. He didn't give it to Ammon. He didn't give it to nobody else but Jacob. You understand? Which his name was later changed to Israel.
Right.
Okay, that's where we get Israelite from. That's what we are. We Israelites. You understand? Keep going.
Or what generation have so believed thy covenants as Jacob?
As who?
As Jacob.
Who else to believe the covenants as Jacob?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who else do? Keep reading.
And yet their reward appeareth not,
Mm-hmm.
and their labor have no fruit.
Mm-hmm.
For I have gone here and there through the heathen,
Mm-hmm.
and I see that they flow in wealth,
Mm-hmm.
and I think not upon thy commandments,
Read that part again.
and think not upon thy
The
commandments.
heathens, look, Ezra went around and he peeping game, right?
Right.
He's seeing that Israel, who else keep the covenant other than us? You understand? Even though we broke it, you understand? Who else has kept his covenant?
Right.
And he done went through and seen that, he said, yet their reward appeared not. Saying that, damn, look at this condition that we in. You understand? And he said, well, I done went through the heathens, and look, they flowing with wealth.
Right.
You understand? Look at the white man. He got all the goddamn money. Look at the damn Chinese man. The Chinese man that collabed with Africa a couple years ago, sent Africa 25 million billion for them to ally with them. You understand? Come on, man. Like he went through the heathens. Look at the Arabs. You understand? I seen the Arab doing a video where he walking around. He got a lion. You understand? He got the fattest Benz truck that they make. He got gold all on his clothes,
Right.
jewelry and all that. He got it going on. Money supposed to be like the richest Arab in you know what I'm saying, over there, man, in Iran. Okay, and he got it going on. They
Right.
got plenty of wealth. You understand? But the scriptures say, and they think not upon thy commandments. They paid. The white man, he's a homosexual. He's trying to force that mess on us.
Right.
You understand? He loves pork. He loves ham. You understand? He loves shrimp. Like you said, it's a delicacy. He is the one that took and made that job. What do they call it, man? The job, the name for that shrimp catcher. So whatever that job, that's the most dangerous job in the goddamn world.
Right.
And where all the shrimps are located at, it is extremely difficult for you to fish out there. And that is the most dangerous damn job
Yeah,
out there.
they made a movie on it. I
Mhm.
forgot what it was called. They was out there trying to catch them shrimp, crab, and lobsters
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
whatever,
crazy.
whatever the name of it is, shrimp catching. It's terrible. That's the white man. But he ain't thinking on the commandments. You understand? He's the biggest murderer that there is. That's damn near one of the first ones. That's in the first 10, right?
Right.
That's in the first 10 to where you're not supposed to be murdering innocent people.
Right.
You understand? So he definitely don't think on the commandments. Keep reading.
Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance.
Mm-hmm.
And there is also that dwell in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel.
But in who?
But in Israel.
So even though you turn around and weigh out our wickedness,
Right.
compared to the heathens, you still ain't gonna find the Lord's name nowhere but in Israel.
Right.
You understand? Because that's where we put his stamp at. You understand? And now it's time for Israel to really get our SHIT together.
Right.
You understand? And start keeping these commandments.
That's right.
Okay? Keep going. I'll read 35.
Verse 35. Or when was it that they which dwell upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight?
When is the white man never sinned? You understand? Come on, man. When has the white woman never sinned?
Right.
When has the Japanese never sinned? They eat cats and dogs and monkey brains and every damn thing. When has the Africans never sinned? They big time homosexuals.
Right.
Matter of fact, they was big in homosexuality before the white man was. You understand? The white man just took it and ran with it. Okay? But the Africans, they cannibals, they love to eat people.
Right.
Like, come on, man. When has the heathens never sinned? Keep
Right.
going.
Or what people have so kept thy commandments?
Or which one of them kept the commandments? Which one? Keep going. Read 36.
Verse 36. Thou shalt find that Israel by name have kept thy precepts,
Mm-hmm.
but not the heathen.
But not the heathen. You understand? The heathen ain't gonna never do it. You understand? Until Christ returns. When Christ returns,
Right.
they're gonna definitely keep the law. They ain't gonna never. Boy, China. Boy, you gotta worry about your dog walking past a Chinese restaurant in Christ came.
Right.
You understand? Your dog gonna be alive. You know what I'm saying? But now it might disappear.
Right.
You understand? You might turn around and have a dog and that bad boy disappear walking past a Chinese restaurant. You understand? All the cats, dogs, and rats that they eat. You know what I mean? That is
That's right.
ridiculous, man.
You don't see no stray animals in Chinatown.
Man, no. You hear me?
You don't even see rats.
No, you don't. You don't see a stray rat, no.
Right.
You hear me? I'm telling you, because they eat them all.
Right.
You know what I mean? I seen the video where they turn around and eat frogs, and the damn frog, they killed, skinned it alive, and was, I guess, put it in the pan, for the boil the damn thing out the jump. You know how sometimes when you kill something, the damn body still be
Right.
jumping, moving.
Yeah.
The damn frog jumped up out the goddamn pan. You know what I'm saying? It skinned the damn thing, and had it looking all pink and purple, and turned around and instead of frying, and the damn thing jumped out of the pan.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like, and Christ came, ain't gonna be no more frog eating and dog eating and
Shrimp
cat.
fried rice?
Ain't no more shrimp. Oh boy,
Shrimp
niggas
fried rice?
love shrimp fried rice. Ain't no more shrimp fried rice in the kingdom. Go ahead, you got your
Salakia, my coworker came from chemotherapy today, and so she get back to the slavery, she says to the other coworker, could you go to the training for me? Oh, I got a craving for some shrimp fried rice.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
You know she a Christian.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do. You understand?
No
Like
more
this-
of those cravings, no.
Huh?
You ain't gonna have no more of those cravings.
Oh man,
That
not
might
me.
be the last craving you
Yeah,
have.
might
in
be.
the
Hey,
kingdom.
look, she on her last leg. You
Right.
see, she said she on chemo.
Right.
You understand? She already on her way out the damn door. You
Right.
gonna hurry and push yourself out the door even faster.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You already got cancer, and that's what I just cannot get our people to understand that. They love, like, for instance, these people that own this building that we have the school in are the biggest hypocrites ever.
Right.
They got signs posted all over the building saying, "Do not smoke. The life is good when the air is good."
Right.
But everybody smokes except for the ISUPK.
Right.
We the only somebody in this building that don't smoke.
Right.
You understand? So how in the hell is y'all making life good? If you say, you put this sign out here that
Right.
says life is good when the air is good.
Right.
Why in the hell are you polluting the air? You understand? I hate that mess, man. I gotta walk out of the building, I smell the smoke.
Right.
I come in the building, I got to smell the smoke. When I get in the building, they be smoking in the corners in the building and all that kind of mess.
Right.
Everywhere you goddamn go, man, you Negroes is smoking.
Go upstairs, they smoking weed.
They smoking weed upstairs, man. You can smell it all
Smell
down
like
here.
a mild
You
cigarette.
can smell all that.
And the
mess.
smell of cigarettes is just so it turns my stomach so bad
Man.
to smell a cigarette. It's like why do people smoke cigarettes anyways? I understand, don't get me wrong, I'm not making no excuse for people that smoke weed, but they're getting high. What's the purpose of smoking cigarettes?
Getting cancer.
Like you just ask for cancer. Like I'm just gonna smoke this because I want cancer. Like you're not getting high, you're not getting intoxicated, you're not doing nothing. You're getting lightheaded and you about to pass out.
No, wait a minute, my nerves bad. I need a cigarette.
Right, your nerves
Get
bad.
the packet, get the packet.
Right.
Look stupid. Like, you see that commercial where they did that with the white boy and the white girl was at the little restaurant, and then he sitting there looking at her.
Right.
She looking at him, and he turn around and flip back to a monkey. He sitting there.
with the pack of cigarettes.
That's it. I swear, man, when they had to read my mind because that's what I thought people looked like. Because they'd take them cigarettes. I ain't no smoke cigarettes. I didn't ever see the point of it either.
Right.
But they took that, a nigga, and then he flip it, nigga, and then go to the other
Right.
end.
What is they doing?
And then
with
they take
it?
one out, and then flip it again. Like, what the hell
What
is you
is
doing
they
with the cigarettes, man?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I
Eating the
never
cigarette
understood
up?
that. I never understood that. I was
Right.
like, damn, man, if that's what it takes to smoke a square, I don't.
Right.
I'm not gonna beat my hand to smoke a damn cigarette.
and them cigarettes, and it's crazy because cigarettes is getting so high. Like they like down there like $20 a pack now. You know. You know, it's a little exaggeration, but those cigarettes those cigarettes getting high. Like
They almost $6 a pack though. For real.
$6.
Yeah, they almost like $6.
That's more than that. Cigarettes down there $10 a pack. Hey, that must be in the 80s. $6.
So they $10 a pack.
Yeah, they down there $10 a pack.
Damn, and that still ain't made Israel stop.
No.
The cancer. Matter of fact, it say something different on the side of the pack now. It don't have the may cause cancer warning. It say something else. Damn, what does it say? Cause my mama, she smoked cigarettes, and I was telling her, and I read this pack that she had, and
Not for human consumption.
It say something else. Other than may cause the cancer. People that got hip to that. So
Right.
now it says something else. Do you know what it say?
Yeah,
I can't think of it.
Even if it did say may cause not for human consumption, you know that K2 stuff that says that, and people still smoke it. Like it clearly says on the pack not for human consumption. Oh man, no, that's just so they can sell it in stores, man. That's just a throw up, man. Yeah, alright, when you're passing out, foaming at the mouth, having a seizure.
Right.
He gonna be like, oh, that's a throw up too. That's a pump fake too. It's a shame, like, what our people go through and what's happening to our people. And they do not care about no warning signs. Our people do not care about nothing in the world. That's because the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And he's oppressing us so bad. Like, a black man would rather get cancer, by smoking a cigarette than not smoking it, because in reality, all he's showing you is that he wants to die. He wants to die because it's so hard living in this life. His nerves is bad. So he wants to die. The oppression is so real. The white man oppresses us so much that we are really, really ready to check out. We're trying to check out any way we can. That's why we using eating all of this stuff that the Lord said do not eat, and we still getting cancer. Like the sister said, her co-worker got cancer. She still wants shrimp fried rice. You know, she's about to pass out and die, and still probably got high blood pressure, probably got diabetes, along with the cancer. She probably taking 20 pills every morning and 40 by the time she go to bed. You know, it's a shame, but in reality, all they want to do is die. They're trying to find a calm and smooth way to the grave. Because it's hard. This life of oppression, this life of depression is just hard for our people, and our people not used to it, which they should be. They've been oppressed for what, over 400 years now. You know, you would think we would be used to it by now, you know, but it's just a shame that we smoking cancer sticks and doing all of this just to check out early, you know, and that's what's going on. And the white man being the devil, you know, Shalaki, can I go into that story?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get that article from your phone? On your phone did? Okay, yeah. Well, that's the time anyways, you know. We can't get into that article anyways, but let me just talk on that topic for a little bit, you know, because what's going on in Flint, Michigan is a shame. Our people, they really poisoning our people. They poison the water system. They got the supplies to clean the water. If the white man wasn't the devil and polluting all the water, you know, polluting the sky, we wouldn't need no fresh water. We wouldn't even need no machines to clean the water. Right. If the white man wasn't the devil, you know, the ocean is clean in itself. Lakes, we got the Great Five Lakes by Michigan and Wisconsin. That's where I'm from. You know, we got the Great Five Lakes, the biggest lakes in the world. The 5 biggest lakes in the world is all in one spot, right next to the most filthiest water in the world. Right. Like how we got the freshest water in the world, the biggest reservoir of fresh water in the world, but we got a city that's right next to it that got the worst water in the world. Mm-hmm. You know. Go ahead, Adon.
It tripped me out here when I found out that Missouri has actually supposedly the best drinking water out of every state.
Right.
But they recycle toilet water. You know what I'm saying? The toilet water is being recycled.
No.
It flushes, goes down the drain, and it goes in a tank, and they rinse it off and put it back in the damn faucet.
No.
You know
the white man being the devil, I
can't
trust him to recycle that water.
He is the devil.
You know, so you just drinking shit water and piss water.
Yeah.
And, you know, cause the white man is not taking his time cleaning that water right. Maybe in the suburbs, they pipeline is real good.
And they always have a boil order on the water. They just had one at my crib a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's like what you gotta do.
You gotta boil your water.
Oh, that's why you told me that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I ain't want you to turn around, go in the sink, run over
right. Right, because, you know, up in Wisconsin, you know, the white man, it's a lot of white people up there, you know, so, you know, of course the white man look after his own and stuff like that. That's in the scriptures. But, you know, we don't have to do that too much. We don't got to worry about the water being polluted and stuff like that. And it trips me out because Flint, Michigan is right across the lake. Right across Lake Michigan, and their water is an atrocity. You know, their water is so polluted. And it's been polluted for like, going on like 5-10 years now. Right. That's how much time then went past that fast, like, and it's still polluted. You know, and the article was just talking about like how the Flint, Michigan residents was able to sue the state. And now they just won, the state won. So they can't be held accountable for that.
Good.
But you right next to Lake Michigan. Somebody should be held accountable for it.
Right.
Like, you know, what's going on? Why is their water so polluted? You know, and it's only Flint. Flint, the majority, 95% of Flint, I researched it, 95% of Flint is urban area. Right. Meaning where minorities live.
Right.
So That's the reason why Flint, Michigan water is so bad. You know, because it's mostly populated with blacks and Hispanics. You know, that's what type of water, that's how they feel about us. They give us that type of water to go kill ourselves. And you know, residents in Flint, Michigan being oppressed so bad, they probably drinking the water anyways, knowing that the water is polluted. You know, because we so oppressed, we trying to check out. Like, you know, what? How can you not fix the water in about 10 years? You can't do nothing about that. You need, your body is made up about 85% of water.
Right.
You need water. Right. What you supposed to do? You can't catch the rainwater. The white man, you supposed to be free. The white man give you a ticket for doing that. You set a barrel outside, the white man gonna give you a ticket for that. Yeah. You gonna get fined for that. Yeah. You know, but rain is free. Mm-hmm. The white man put a price on rain. Ain't that something? Yeah. He not only put a price on land, on the lakes and the ocean, but he put a price on the rain. Like, nigga, if I catch you catching some rainwater, it's going to cost you. Yeah. You might as well get you build your own little water tower in the back. Right. As much as the white man gonna tax you, but it's just a shame, man. You know. So I wanted to bring that out. You know, bring that little topic out. What's going on in to our brothers and sisters in Flint? We ain't forgot about you. You know, we know what's going. The white man, the devil. We know what's going on. What's taking place. You know. Right. We know we've been oppressed. We've been oppressed everywhere, but. You know, hold on strong. You know, call them brothers in ISUPK Detroit and ISUPK Michigan. We in Flint, we in Detroit, we everywhere in Michigan. So, you know, call them brothers and they're gonna take care of you. They're gonna make sure you get the food, the proper food and clothing and drinking water that you need to survive, you know, because ain't nobody else gonna look after us. So, you know, with that being said, you got anything else to say, Captain?
No.
You know, with that being said, we are the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, coming out of 125th Street and 1 West Harlem, New York. We are not affiliated with no other group or organization for that matter. Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.